What's going on, guys? Today we're checking out a new pulse rifle. This one is Insidious, and I wanted to cover this one last week, but I finally got around to doing it. Now this is an Arc Energy 450 RPM aggressive burst pulse rifle, and you can get this weapon from the new Valve the Disciple raid. And guys, honestly, I recommend you do get this one because it's pretty damn awesome, but if you know me, I love my pulses, especially 450 pulse rifles. Insidious being a 450 actually reminds me of Blast Furnace, one of my favourite kinetic pulse rifles back in the day from Black Armory, an amazing weapon for both PVE and PVP, and this new one, it feels like a Blast Furnace replacement, and I'm happy about that because I've been looking for a really good 450 pulse rifle for a very long time, and I'm really loving this weapon right now in both PVE and PVP, considering I actually main pulse rifles inside of PVP anyway. But guys, I still want to put this out there, this to me still ain't better than Blast Furnace. I mean, it's good, but it's not Blast Furnace. Now the base stats of Insidious aren't actually that bad. With it being a 4 burst aggressive frame, its time to kill value is 0.73 seconds, so going with the damage perks on this weapon really ain't needed. The range stands at a base of 77, meaning that you've got, I'd say, 37 or 38 meters before you notice that damage fall off. Now again, with this being a 4 burst aggressive, you can easily get that 2-tap kill inside of PvP. 2 body shots, 6 crits, you'll be owning a Crucible with this thing. Now yes, there's high impact pulse rifles that have a quicker TTK value, however with an aggressive burst pulse rifle, you don't need to hit every single shot to guarantee that kill. So it's a really good pulse rifle for those who like this type of weapon that tend to miss a few shots here and there. Now as I like to keep these videos to the point and short, let's jump straight into the perks of what can roll on this weapon and what the god rolls are that you should be looking for, whether that is for PvE or PvP. So the rolls we have here in the first slot, which by the way you can also craft this weapon once you've unlocked the pattern, but the rolls are Compulsive Reloader, Dragonfly, Stats for All, Sleight of Hand, Demolitionist, Rapid Hit, and Heating Up. For the second trait you can get Adaptive Munitions, One for All, Bait and Switch, Turnabout, Vorpal Weapon, Adrenaline Junkie, and Rampage. Now with this being a raid weapon, we also have an origin trait which is Soul Drinker, gain health based on a number of hits before reloading. So this is going to be a really good perk to have with this weapon, but for PvP personally, I don't think it's going to bring much benefit unless you're getting multi-kills without reloading until the end. So for the PvP rules, firstly you're going to want to get that recoil sorted because you will notice during gunfights that it's not perfect. So my solution to that is to throw on an arrowhead break. That'll put your recoil to 100, and on the plus side you also get a little extra handling, which is always a good thing for pulse rifles. For the mag, I'd be looking at going with accurized rounds to boost up that range, along with a range masterwork, and that'll give you the best recoil control as well as almost maxing out that range, which is what you really want for PvP on a pulse rifle. For the first trait slot, I'd go with Rapid Hit. The reason being is because each individual shot with Rapid Hit will count, and with this being a 4 burst, if you hit at least 5 of the 8 shots in a 2 to 3 tap kill, you've got that Rapid Hit at 5 stacks, giving you a plus 54 reload and plus 23 stability. The next trait I would actually be looking to go with though is Adrenaline Junkie, because going with Rampage ain't really essential, especially with this being an aggressive frame, but either of those 2 perks are actually good picks anyway. For PvE, I'd be looking at going with a Fluted Barrel, Tactical Mag, then either a Dragonfly with Rampage or a Dragonfly and One for All with a range or handling masterwork. That'd be my true god rules anyway. For a balanced PvE and PvP rule to use in both, I'd be going with an arrowhead break to fix the recoil, an accurized rounds for the extended range, along with a rapid hit and rampage, and then of course a range masterwork. You could even go with a stats for all and one for all. When that combo is available for primary weapons, it's never a bad choice because you're literally maxing out the stat of every stat on that given weapon, including the damage. But those are what I think are the best perks to have with this weapon anyway, in my opinion, and I do absolutely love this weapon. And remember, with the upcoming Arc 3.0, this weapon could have some amazing mods to pair with it. So having Dragonfly for PvE and Arc 3.0, well guys, that could be the new meta for that season. But guys, that is your weapon review and breakdown for today for the new raid pulse rifle in Destiny 2 Witch Queen. Thank you all so much for tuning in, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you very soon for the next one. Peace out.